Just trying to get everything set up here. Hey everybody. I want to just make sure that I am live here in the right page, no doubt. And it looks like I am. All right, perfect. Hey everybody. Welcome to Gut Health and Happiness. I am so excited to be sharing with you tonight. I'm Rochelle Osborne, and I am an Emerald Ambassador in this amazing company we call Plexus. And tonight, I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my family and what we do, why we love Plexus, how long we've been taking it, how we all take it, and just share some of that good stuff with you. So, a little bit about myself. I am a mom of 7. If you saw the graphic posted, that we have 7 children, and they all range in a whole bunch of different ages. We have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So we have a little bit of a space in between those first 2 and the last 5 because my husband was in the Army and he has recently retired after 20 years of service. But we had a couple of little deployments in there back to back, and so we had a little space in there between the older 2 and the younger 5. So otherwise, I think we probably have 9 kids, right? But we all really love these products. We have all been on, so starting with me, I've been on supplements my whole life, basically. I don't know what my parents did with me when I was a baby, but when I was a little kid and all the way through, we've always been on supplements. My dad has always talked to me and to all of us in our family about how important supplementation is. He didn't know back then what we know now about gut health and candida and all of these things, blood sugar balancing and whatever, but he did know how important supplementing was, and I'm glad he did, and I'm glad he got us all on it. For instance, when we used to get sick when we were little and growing up, teenagers and whatnot, if we were sick, he said, you know what, we're going to pump you up full of vitamin C, and what you're going to do is you're going to take 9,000 today. And he'd be like, here's 3,000 for you in the morning with breakfast. Here's 3,000 at lunch. Here's 3,000 at dinner. The next day, he would say, you're going to bump it down, by 1,000 increments. So the next day would be 8,000, the next day 7,000, all the way down until we got back down to 1,000. We normally would take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every single day. This is just what we did. I remember when I got pregnant with our first, who is 17, he told me way back then, he's like, you need to be taking fish oil because that is good for the baby's brain and the baby's brain development. So he's really the reason why I am so in love with just health and wellness overall, just because he started that all and he put that love into me about it. If you go to his house, you can see, to my parents' house, you can see that he's got every health book known to man on his bookshelf. And if you open up his pantry, you'll see like all of these vitamins in his pantry door, in the door. And he just takes different things at different times. And he too loves his Plexus, as does my mom. So my whole family, like not just our children and my husband and I, but my parents, my siblings, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, they're all taking Plexus because these supplements are different, you guys. They're different. As I said, I've been on supplements a long time. I used to still get sick every year. Every winter I would get the flu. It would be awful. even like right now, you can kind of hear that my voice is a little bit raspy. I have to clear my throat every now and again. I think part of that is because North Carolina goes from all 4 seasons all in one week. It's 70 degrees out today, and tomorrow it's going to be 40 degrees. I mean, it's just craziness. So, but I have not been sick in 5 years. 5 years, you guys. That is a big deal. When I was on my prior supplements, I would take a multivitamin, I would take omegas, I was on a probiotic. Let me see, I've been doing Plexus now for 4 years. So 4 years before I started Plexus, I was on a probiotic. And, I would still get sick. I would still have sugar cravings, and I would still be so tired and wanting to have naps all the time. This was back when I was in my 20s with just 2 kids. And now here I am, I just turned 40 and we have 7 kids. I don't take naps. I don't need naps. I don't feel exhausted. And this was even when I was up in the night nursing the babies. Truly, these supplements are so different. So, just as a general kind of overview of what the products are, and just a little bit of background here for you. Our country as a whole, we are in a health crisis. Like, so many people are suffering daily from digestive issues and headaches and mood swings and exhaustion and brain fog. I don't even know what else. Anxiety, depression, lots and lots of different things and ailments, just pain in general. And so I can tell you that the majority of where things stem from is from blood sugar imbalance, inflammation in the body, and gut health. And something that I really, really love about these products is that these products balance our blood sugars. Now, I will tell you, in the beginning, when I first started on these products, I just was on the pink drink. And the reason why I started was because I wanted to lose 8 pounds of baby weight from baby number 5. I did not know anything about the supplements. I did not even look into all of their supplements, their multivitamin and all their stuff, because I was already on a multivitamin. I was already on my omegas. I liked my routine. I liked what I was doing. I thought it was working just fine. And I just didn't even look at it. I'm just like, okay, but a pink drink. So I kind of looked into it, just was really curious because my cousin was posting about it. And I'm like, okay, she's talking about how this helps with cholesterol and blood pressure. Oh, I need to tell my mom about this. So I, of course, immediately contacted my dad. I'm like, Dad, you have got to get looking here. Fallon is posting about some type of pink drink or something that helps with all these things. You need to get mom on it. This is going to help her, And so he's researching and he does all of that stuff. And he's like, okay, awesome. Yeah, we're going to do this. So they did actually get my mom on it first before I even got on it, which is funny. But I did not really realize even how important blood sugar balancing is for everybody. I just thought that was for diabetics. So I kind of just scrolled over it when I first started seeing about it. I just was like, yeah, I don't need that. I'm not a diabetic. I mean, that's what I initially thought, And then I just kept watching her posts and I just kept kind of seeing how they were helping with all these different things. And she would just share different testimony here and a different testimony there. And then I saw Shoshana Eastling posting about Plexus and what it had done for her. And that definitely perked my ears up. So Fallon perked my ears because I know that she is healthy and into all things natural. And I know she's a big researcher. And then when I saw Shoshana Eastling, now if you guys don't know who Shoshana Eastling is, she is owner of the Bulk Herb Store. And the Bulk Herb Store is not, she doesn't even have it anymore. But she had it since she was like, I think 15. So it was a long time. And I've ordered herbs from her for years and I've followed her. And she would have so many different videos and just great advice on lots of different tinctures and just things. And I learned so much from her. So when I saw that she was doing Plexus and I saw her story about a tick-borne illness that she had and that her son had, I was like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. So fast forward, I got on the products and I really realized then how important all the gut health products the gut health piece of it was. So like I said, I was already on a probiotic 4 years before I started Plexus. But when I had baby number 6, so I took my pink drink all the way through my pregnancy with baby number 6. And after I had him, he wound up with some really bad, just a breakout of skin, just red crusty bumps, just oozing and just They were in his eyebrows, they were in his earlobes, and it was just really bad. And I contacted, of course, our military clinic, and, we couldn't get in for like 30 days. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait 30 days for this baby. And so I'm talking to my midwife. I'm like, what do I do with this baby? I had a natural childbirth at home in the water, a water birth. So then I'm like, oh, maybe it was that water birth. It wiped off all that good bacteria. And now I don't know. I was just looking everything up and I didn't know what was going on with this baby. Well, lo and behold, I see through my news feed something scroll through about a lady who had been taking the Probio 5s and how it had helped clear up one of her child's faces. And so I thought, oh my goodness, well, I don't have anything to lose. I am already an ambassador because I wanted to get the best price, so with my pink drink. And I said, you know what? I've tried everything else. I have tried calendula cream. I have tried goat's milk soap. I have tried tea tree oil, and I have tried all the things, and nothing is working. So, and I was already on probiotics. So I'm like, all right, so I get these probiotics. And I start taking them, and I'm just nursing him. And through the breast milk, and within 10 days, this child's face cleared up completely. And that blew me away because I didn't really necessarily feel any differently in my personal body, but I was literally seeing with my own eyeballs, like what was happening to his face. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. So of course I had to message and text my mom and my sister and just everybody, and at that point I said, okay, these supplements are different. What is going on with this? And so I started really looking into all of them, and I started really learning about gut health and really just diving in. And I tell you, they are completely different. So our probiotics, they are not just about putting the good bacteria into our body. They are about digestive enzymes and antifungals. So they're really a 3-in-1. So you are getting so much it's so much value in one bottle. Let me get so I was going to show you guys what we do. This is what I have at my house. I brought this up to show you guys. So I have my handy dandy Victoria's Secret bag. And in my Victoria's Secret bag is all my vitamins. And every night we pull out our little pink Victoria's Secret bag and we just pass out vitamins and we take all of our stuff. And so I'm going to tell you guys about what we do in a minute here. But our Probio 5s are absolutely incredible. And when I was looking up, where I used to order my probiotics from, just to see like what is the price on these things and can I get this any cheaper? Like what is really going on here? So I started looking up the ingredients. I just took these ingredients, plugged them in, and I was looking up, and I was coming out between $70 and $100 for all of these ingredients through my other company that I used to order from online. $70 to $100? No, these probiotics are $30. This is a phenomenal deal. They are super affordable and they work. So I, at that point, was like, okay, that's it. I need everybody in my family on these gems right here. And not only that, but I wanted myself, my husband, and our oldest, who is 17. I wanted all of us on the triplex. And I'll tell you what the triplex is here too. So the triplex is our pink drink. Comes like this with sticks of Slim in it. This is where you pour it into water, shake it up, drink it every day. This is your blood sugar balancer. And then we have our Bio Cleanse, which actually I don't think I have up here because I had that down on the counter. Anyways, our Bio Cleanse, and then our Probio 5s. It's a 3-in-1 triplex. So at that point I was like, you know what? I really need to see about how I can get these products paid for, because back then we were a party of 8. We did not have little number 7 yet. And we just couldn't afford that. I was a stay-at-home mom, am still a stay-at-home mom, a homeschooling mom, and my husband was in the Army. And we just did not have a lot of extra money for that kind of stuff. So I immediately was like, okay, I need to get these products paid, and I'm going to have to do this. And so I contact Fallon and I say, how do I do this? And she's like, okay, well, you're just going to start sharing with people, just like you would share anything else that you love. And that's pretty much all I did, is starting out. And so just was reaching out to people. Hey, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but this is amazing. This is what it's done for me. And I just told them my story. And so along the way, that was 3.5 years ago. Now this incredible business has been blessing our family financially I mean, we have 7 kids, you guys. So this is really awesome. I mean, I had never brought anything monetarily wise into the marriage after 16 years. So this was really, really huge for me. We could buy organic food now without cringing at the price and not having to worry about it because we want all of our kids to be eating healthy. You know, we could pay for our home births. We could pay for our homeschooling books without like having to put things on the credit card and all these things. It's just been such an incredible blessing. We were able to give to so many people, give back to so much, the community, the support. It's all been amazing. So I did have to just share that because this is not just about products. And, you know, when I am sharing about this kind of stuff on my wall, this is because it has made such a huge difference in my life and it has blessed us so much and so richly that I cannot be quiet about it and keep it to myself. So this is why you see me continuing to share 3.5 years later and why I will continue to share until I die because it has just been a huge, huge blessing. And I want everybody to know what I know. So, okay, so a little bit of background and a little bit of sciencey stuff for you. When you eat, and it doesn't matter whether you eat something that's healthy, like an apple or, I don't know, a granola bar. Sometimes it depends upon the granola bar if it's really healthy or not, because those are sometimes loaded down with sugar. Or if you're eating something that's not healthy, like a candy bar, you know, your blood sugars are raising. And then say that you forget to eat or, you know, whatever, then your blood sugars go down. And so, you know, just on and off, your blood sugars are doing this all day long, all the time, just every day, every week, every year, like all the time. That can wreak havoc sometimes. So what the pink drink does is it goes in and it just stabilizes it and makes it stay very stable. And there's a lot of good things inside of our pink drinks. We have 2 different pink drinks. So we have our microbiome activating one, which has prebiotics in it. And this is watermelon, lemon, and raspberry. And then we have our newest one, which is called the Hunger Control. And this is blood orange, lemon, and lime flavor, which tastes like pink lemonade. It is so good. So this one is much like our original one. And they just changed the flavor of it. So this was like the original one that I saw my cousin posting about 3.5 years ago. They just changed the flavor, and these sticks are much bigger. So you can see they're really long, and these ones are kind of short. But anyway, so you mix these up, and you drink this every day. It has chromium in it. Chromium is a really powerful antioxidant. I'm sorry, not antioxidant. Not chromium. Alpha lipoic acid is the really powerful antioxidant. Chromium is also very good for you. It provides you with so much natural, sustainable energy. These are not energy drinks to where you're going to get like this, like a 5-hour or whatever those energy drinks are called. I don't even know because I've never drank any of them. But, you know, those are full of stimulants and who knows what else. This you don't have to worry about. It's plant-based and it is all natural, okay? So our ProBio 5s, I already kind of talked about those a little bit. These are 3-in-1, amazing, amazing price. So we also have X Factor Kids, chewables. These taste like little sweet tarts. They're so good. And then we have our X Factor Plus, if I can find it in my Victoria's Secret bag over here. And so this is what the teenagers and myself and my husband take. And then, so what I do with my kids is they all are at different ages, so they all do take these differently. So what I will do with my, so my little ones, my 5-year-old, my 3-year-old, and my 1-year-old, every single night, they cannot swallow pills yet. So every single night they get vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams, and they get the ProBio 5. And what we do is if you look at them, this is our vitamin C. And so it's in a capsule form and you can just open this up and pour the powder out. And so we just put this into a little bit, like maybe 2 teaspoons of applesauce. So we pour this in and then we put our ProBio 5 in because this is the same thing, a capsule, and it opens up. And then we just mix that together and down the hatch it goes. And then they also get an X Factor chewable. The little ones get 1, and then the older ones get 2. And they get these every day, and I've had to hide these because I did find my 5-year-old trying to just sit here and eat these like candy one day. So I was like, no, what are you doing here? So these have to be hidden now. But so we take those, and so I take my ProBio 5 along with my Mega X every night. Oh, goodness, you guys, I need to bring my bag over here so I can see what I'm doing. And Mega X, these are our omegas. And these are what I take now in place of my fish oil. So remember how I told you that my dad told me to make sure I was taking that fish oil when I was pregnant with my first child? This is what I take now, and these are plant-based. I like these because these are much smaller than a traditional fish oil. So these are really tiny. And you don't have to worry about there being a risk of mercury from any of the fish. Like I say, it's all plant-based, and it has the ahi flour in it. It's got a lot of good stuff in here, actually. But this is not a call on all the amazing ingredients that are in all of these products. That will have to be for another time. And there actually have been calls about that. So then we have Ease and Nerve. Ease and Nerve. So my husband takes these every single morning and every single night. And he also takes our triplex. I take the triplex. My 2 teenagers take the triplex. And then our 9-year-old, she does take the microbiome activating slim as well. And she just will drink like a half a dose of this. Just because it's good for them too. And so usually when she does that, then of course here comes the little ones. They're like, we want some pickles. So they have to have a few sips too because they love it and they're just too cute. Okay, so what else? Then we have our block. Where's my block? Block. We take this on occasion, like if we will every now and again get a pizza on Friday night or something, we will grab the block. And usually my teenager remembers this and he goes and grabs this. Found a bag of tea in here. Okay. And so, but yeah. Oh, here's my BioCleanse. This is our BioCleanse. So the triplex is the BioCleanse and the Probiotic 5 and the Slim. So that is our triplex, and that's what we take every day. Now, we also have protein shakes, which are called our P96, and I used to take those all the time when I was pregnant with my little Ryland, number 7. So when I was pregnant with Aiden, I only took the pink drink, and then I was on my other regular supplements. And then I started taking the triplex and the X Factor and the Mega X when I was nursing number 6, and then when I was pregnant with number 7, I was also taking those. And so on top of that, I was taking our P96, which is our protein shakes. And I just needed to have that extra protein. That's another thing that my mom always told me when I was pregnant, when I got pregnant with number 1, and then of course, consequently with all the rest of them, she said, make sure you're getting enough protein. That's good for the baby. And so I always had to make sure I was getting enough protein. But I never, ever, ever found any protein shakes that I liked. I just could not. I could not drink them. They just were terrible. Every single one that I tried. And so, I love the P96 because they come, I don't have any up here with me, but they come in little individualized packets that you can, if you want to take them with you, you can. I personally like to put them in the mixer with ice and coconut milk because they taste like a Wendy's Frosty, except healthy for you. And so I did that all the time when I was pregnant with, and that comes in chocolate and vanilla. I did that all the time when I was pregnant with number 7. But recently they came out with our lean. And they came out with, this is the vegetarian one, our chocolate mocha one. And then in October, they came out with our whey meal replacements. These are meal replacements, not just protein shakes. So the protein shakes just offered 15 grams of protein, and then they had a lot of good vitamins and minerals. And these are actual meal replacements that you can have as either a snack or as a full meal. And I like that because, especially now, I mean, you guys, 7 kids in homeschooling, sometimes it gets a little bit crazy. And I'm like, oh, I need to make me a lean. This is just going to be so fast out the door. And usually like on Sunday mornings when we're going to church, I'm like making a lean really fast, drinking it on the go. It is so convenient and it is so easy, especially with that Ninja. You can just flip that thing over and put your little thing on it and out the door you go. So I love that. But our lean vegetarian I like that because it's for people, if they can't have whey, then you got the vegetarian option. And then we also have the whey option, and that comes in chocolate and vanilla. So I love those as well. And I just love Plexus as a whole because it is got something for everybody. I forgot to tell you about our Ease and our Nerve. So Ease and Nerve, what my husband takes, this is natural pain relief. So this has turmeric in it. It has serapeptase in it, and it's got the green-lipped mussel in it. So this is what you take in place of Tylenol, you guys. You don't want to have all of those medicines and things. They're really bad for our livers, and then our bodies have to filter all that out and process all of that out. So this is a really good natural pain relief line that we love. And so Matt takes that every single day. He's just had different Army injuries over being in the Army for 20 years and just his body taking a beating with his knees and his neck. And so the ease really, really helps him. In fact, he stopped taking them. I wanted him to get on with me, but he's downstairs with the children right now. But he stopped taking them for a little bit because he had to go in for a VA appointment when he was retiring, and they told him, just stop taking everything and whatever, and they're going to give you an exam and all this and that. And so I forget how long he was off exactly, but he was like, oh my word, I am never going off of my ease ever again. It is just that good, and it really does help. So he can really tell a difference. So really fast here. When we first started, I wanted to go back to the beginning for a minute. When we first started, the first thing that we noticed was more energy. And I can tell you, with my husband, he was in the Army. Like I told you, he was a busy first sergeant. He had like over 300 soldiers at the hospital that he was in charge of. And he used to come home and he would be so tired. He would just be like ready to put the kids to bed. And, 5:30, 6:30 at night, is it time to put the kids to bed? No, honey, it's not. We want to see you and we want to spend time with you. So him getting on the Slim, it's really funny because when I first started taking it, it's a pink drink. And so, there's all the jokes about pink drink and men drinking pink and real men drink pink and real men wear pink and all these things. But they really do drink pink. You can ask, there's a lot of men that do this and a lot of husbands that do this with us, but he loves the pink drink, and he could tell such a difference. I could tell such a difference. It was like, we had our daddy back. We had our hubby back, and he was no longer falling asleep on the couch when I'm trying to talk to him about all the things that the kids are doing, and it was just such a huge thing. And so just really been a huge blessing for all of us. So trying to think if that was all I wanted to talk about. I think that was it. Yeah. So everything starts in the gut, you guys, everything. So the Probio 5, if you're not on a good probiotic, you need to get with whoever invited you to this page, and you need to talk to them, because those probiotics are the absolute most incredible ever, and they will change your life. They have changed ours so much. Our Bio Cleanse is also really good. You don't want to be scared away by the name cleanse. It is not a traditional cleanse. This is something that's gentle that you take every day, and it helps to oxygenate your blood, and it just makes your body more alkaline. And just proven science, when your body is more alkaline, diseases and things cannot live in an alkaline body. So definitely Google that, look that up. Look up our X Factor. It's methylated. Our lean protein shakes, methylated folate, you guys. This is incredible. So Plexus really does care about what they put into their products. They really care about the ingredients, and they really want what's best for all of us. So I hope this has helped you guys. Just me explaining, how everything goes with our family of 7 children. And moms, this is our mom fuel. It's our dad fuel. It is our everything fuel, because I can tell you, I did not like being a mom that was having to take naps, that would tell my little 3-year-old, go pick out a movie. Nope, that's not a long enough movie. Go pick out a 2-hour movie because mommy's taking a nap. This is not a way to live, you guys. We want to be there, and we want to be present for our kids and for our family. And this has totally changed our lives in every single way, really. So, all right, you guys, have a good night. Bye.